What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and I'm bringing you another Vault INU update video. There is tons going on with this project, lots to be bullish about, and I want to share with you some exciting news and why I think this is definitely going to be a project you don't want to sleep on. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for all your Vault INU updates and also cryptocurrency news, and let's jump straight into it. So 11.56 is the price, up 0.66%. When you look at some of the stats, just under $78 million market cap, 3.2 million in liquidity, 408k is the volume going through it right now, which still feels very, very small for a project of this magnitude. You can see there that the total holders, 5,077. Now, this is a migrated contract, and if you aren't sure what you need to do, or you haven't managed to migrate your contracts, I'll leave a link in the description to my latest video on what you need to do to make sure that you get your V2 contract tokens swapped over from V1. So let's get into some big news from Vault INU and why, again, I think this is going to be a big project. So they have their 10th centralized exchange listing in 4 months on BTC Alpha. Listing Vault INU on BTC Alpha very soon. A very special Vault INU token will appear on our platform. The listing date, April 25th. Follow our news so you don't miss anything. And I still think, I did a video recently about this, I still think there is something in the works that the Vault INU team haven't done, but they've launched this 10th centralized exchange in only 4 months. So you can see the ambition, desire, and drive this token's got. And what I would say is that all the platforms they've launched on have been very successful, and there is some significant volume starting to run through it. So definitely number 10 in 4 months. There are some incredibly big projects that aren't listed on that many exchanges right now. There is tons that they are listed on. So DigiFinex, Bittrex, there are tons that they are listed on right now, more than you can believe to know, and there is more to come from Vault INU as well. We can take a look at the exchanges they are listed on. LBank, there it's on BKEX, Hotbit, XT.com, DigiFinex, Bitmart, and a ton more. And like I said, BTC Alpha is the latest to list Vault INU on their project, so it can only support the growth of this token. Now, we did get this, and the thing I like about Vault is it brings questions. It leaves you wondering. And we got this again. Good things come in threes. Do the maths. So we've seen a migration from the V1, V2 contract. A very incredibly successful migration as well. And I've done a video on the Everrise platform. So if you want to go and check that out, they use that to migrate the tokens. And I've got to say, it was unbelievably smooth. I've got a video coming out about the migration. So make sure you are subscribed to check that out. But what could be the third thing? So the migration, number one. The second thing is the exchange listings they're going to get. There is a third thing that we don't know, but it says do the math. So, you know, there could be something big in the pipeline coming for Vault INU. What else did we get? Well, obviously here we've got the V1 to V2 manual migration. I've done a video on that, so if you want to go and check it out. But there is still time to get your tokens. You don't want to sleep on this though, because we don't want to leave it too long. Otherwise, you might miss the opportunity to migrate your tokens. And this thing is going to go insane. I absolutely genuinely believe that with all that's coming. You can see that they mentioned on a Twitter space that they now partnered up with Everrise, which I think is a huge thing. To avoid unnecessary back and forth, we will lock them once all the CX listings we have scheduled. So their smart contract ownership will be locked under the EverOwn, which takes a DAO. You can see it gives you some of the features that secures the smart contract on newly generated LP to EverOwn locker, which can only be unlocked through a weighted community vote on the EverOwn platform, which I think is huge. And I did a video on that. So I think it's really exciting in terms of what they're doing. And again, everything is built around the community. Here's another thing I like about Vault INU. It's not the biggest catalyst in the world. This isn't going to set the project on fire, but look, thank you, Vault INU, cryptocurrency official sponsor of the India Sweets and Spices in Los Angeles. So although this is a huge token that has global reach, they still find time. They sponsor loads of things in their local community and their local cities. And I think it's a huge thing. And I've seen, you know, I've seen car sponsorships. I've seen small business sponsorships. I've seen schools partnerships. So Vault INU absolutely out there in the world. And I think it's a very, very exciting thing. And then finally, they did promise a 100k buyback and burn. It's now complete. We can check the BSC scan and we can see the amount of tokens that go through, which is over 100k in volume. So they are absolutely not messing around, and it goes to the null address. You can see here, look, 71 billion tokens burnt with a price at 422 BNBs, burn into the null address. So the burn wallet no longer to be in supply, so deflating that supply. So you can see really lots of catalysts coming with Vault INU. Definitely a big project for this year. Tons coming. They have the vault, obviously, where they've got their NFTs and everything else that is secured up. So I, for one, I'm super bullish on Vault INU. I think the community is amazing that sits behind it. I think an incredibly successful migration V1 to V2. You don't often see that, and the price is continuing to rise. I think we're going to break a zero very, very soon. But that is not financial advice. That is just my opinion. But let me know in the comments down below what you think. How voltish are you? And I'll see you guys in the next video.